Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Infinite Flight Live. It's another new week, and I hope you guys are doing great as always, because I know I am, because I am so stoked for this week. And I don't know if you guys saw, if you guys follow my live stream thread, and if you guys see my schedule, you guys are in for a hell of a week, because not only that we're doing several round trips this week. I mean, don't get me wrong. This is the first out of how many? One, two, three. We're doing 3 round trips this week, but this is the first out of 4 fan requests I'll be doing this week. And not only that, this weekend, like I mentioned, I think on my earlier streams that we got the Infinite Flight 48 Edition 9 event this weekend. I will be streaming that, and not only that, right before this flight starts, I am just 10 flights away from my 100 stream flights of 2026, and I'm actually scheduled to be doing that exact same flight on the day I started YouTube 9 years ago, so which is on Saturday, which is pretty sick. So as of right now, I am scheduled to stream my 100th flight of the year on Saturday, and then after that, of course, since the I-48 event is Saturday and Sunday, I'll be streaming that. I'll be streaming that after my long haul flight on Saturday. So anyway, today for this episode of Max Monday, it's going to be relatively short. And this is also a fan request from another one of my viewers called Educate. You might have seen him on my chat before. We are flying from Madrid to Lisbon and back to Madrid. Flight time for both of these flights is just going to be below an hour, so it's going to be a short stream, but that's not going to be the only stream for today, because right after this stream, at around 3 p.m. Eastern Time, hopefully if I finish this on time, I'll be doing a United 757-200 farewell tour episode, which will be from Washington Dulles to Dublin, and that'll be followed by the flight back to Washington Dulles the day after, since Dublin will be featured tomorrow. So it's going to be a long week. I'm going to have a lot of patience, and I'm definitely going to enjoy this, and I hope you guys will tune in to all my streams this week, as well as the Infinite Flight 48 event. And yeah, so let's hop over to our gate and we'll get started. And I gotta tell you guys, I am so excited for this week. I mean, Lily looking at my schedule, I gotta tell you, I am so stoked for this week, because I think this is probably like the busiest week I've streamed ever. And I know I mentioned that I was planning to take the weekends off, but, since we got the Infinite Flight 48 this weekend, I just have to stream it for you guys. So, and with all the round trips I'm doing, I think I have to check on how many flights I'm scheduled to do this week, including the Infinite Flight 48. So, let me actually just set the time to match. So our scheduled departure out of Madrid is 8:50 a.m. All right, let's load from SimBrief. And if you guys want to join me, feel free. And also, let's say some highs in the chat. You can see a good amount of you guys here. Mohawk Pilot, good to see you. A Virtual Aviator, Obsidian Clouds, Infinite Rick, good to see you. And I'm actually glad you're here, Infinite Rick, because I think I mentioned on one of my streams that I was originally planning to stream the event for South African Virtual, but since I saw that you'll actually be streaming this event, I actually made the decision to give you the opportunity to stream the event instead of me. So, I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter anyway, because I'm actually going to be doing a long haul from Johannesburg anyway on Friday. So, you are more than welcome to stream the event instead of me. Lauren, good to see you. Infinite Flight 48 will host in India. Yeah, I saw. And I need to set up all the I need to set up that stream as well once I get the chance. Um, Choma, good to see you. How do you change your in-game name? Um, I think you need to go to the Infinite Flight community and check and contact a moderator to um, change your name. And plus, you only change your profile name like every 2 years, from what I remember. So you got to think hard on which name you want. Another week without an Air Canada route? I apologize, dude. I totally forgot. Hopefully, eventually, I'll be able to do an Air Canada route next week. But as of right now, it's just a completely different situation, and I just want to, you know. And plus, with all the fan requests I'm doing, this gives me a good opportunity. Since I'm doing 4 of these this week, it just gives me a good chance to get all these out of the way. Or a good majority of these. Select approach, runway 3. Okay, I don't know what's going on with this. I think I might just keep it like that. Alright, let's check our weight. And like I said, flight time is going to be around, it's going to be close to an hour, so I think we'll do like probably 2.5 hours. Let's select this for our weight. We'll keep the passengers the same. Alright, set this to that. And I think we're pretty much all set from here. So we got quite a few of you guys joining. We got Virtual Aviator. I think that's Obsidian. I think that is probably Choma. And I don't know who is this there, Portugal. Alright, I think we're pretty much all good from here. Let's start everything up. Alright, let's start our pushback. Let's, whoops. There we go. Edge K, good to see you, dude. I knew you were gonna show up on stream. I pinged you in the IFV, so just want to let you know. And also, if you want to join me, feel free. Wait, what the heck is this guy doing? I see someone. I see a Verge. Oh, is he an F-18? Yeah, I knew he was. I thought it was like an actual aircraft. Okay, dude, you don't need to go that close to me. You can just wait on your stand or whatever. My Pro expired? Oh my gosh. Can you not say? Oh yeah, I totally forgot about your pronouns. I totally forgot about it. I'm sorry. Kai, going to you, dude. But yeah, virtually, I totally forgot about your pronouns. Alright, start engine 2. And cruising altitude for this flight is only going to be 33,000 feet. And we're relatively light anyway, so I think we're going to climb at a pretty fast rate, but we don't want to go too fast because we want to save a little bit of fuel and maximize efficiency. So yeah, IGK, I feel bad that your pro expired. If only if it didn't. I feel kind of bad for you. All right, let's what's our? Oh yeah, we're going to 36 left. All right, taxi to 36 left, and let's shut off our APU. Let's just wait for this F-18 to start taxiing. Choma, flight time. Flight time for both of these flights are going to be just below an hour, so it's, like I said, it's going to be a relatively short stream, so. And like I mentioned before, right after this stream, if I finish it up on time, I'll be streaming a 757 flight. I'm flying so much aircraft at the moment, yeah, I'm not surprised. So guys, like I said, as we taxi out to runway 36 left for departure, I mean, like I said before, guys, I'm literally just 10 flights away from reaching 100, and with how excited I am for this week, I still want to thank you guys for tuning into my streams and supporting me and everything. And plus, this has really helped me on the process of getting and as far as I remember, the last time I checked YouTube Studio, I think I'm now halfway towards 4,000 valid public watch hours, which will get me eligible for monetization. So when Saturday hits, which is the day I will stream in my 100th flight, it'll mark 144 days since my first flight. And remember, I restarted streaming Infinite Flight back on February 1st, so and almost 140 something days later, I'm already at 140, or actually no. I keep speaking wrong because can this F-18 literally just speed up? Jesus. Or I think I might have to do a different. All right. I'm sorry. You're going too slow. I'm gonna go to this taxiway. And that F-18 is literally making me speak wrong. I'm so rusty right now. But anyway, what I was saying is that I restarted streaming Infinite Flight back on February 1st of this year, and almost 140 days later, I'm already at 100 stream flights, which is just awesome. So, like I said, can't thank you guys enough. It's been an incredible year so far with all these updates and everything else, and I think last weekend while I was off, we recently got a reveal about the Etihad A350-1000, so another livery has joined the lineup. And a lot of people have been speculating that the that we're getting relatively close to the release of the update. So I kind of feel like I kind of feel like the update might come this week, but only time will tell, to be honest. But I feel like it's relatively close. What do you guys think? And if the update does come out, I have to make some changes to my schedule, of course, but still. Rico, good to see you. What plane you flying? I mean, it's obvious because you can tell from the thumbnail. Because it's a Max Monday episode, and it's obvious on why it's a Max Monday. Flying the Max 8, of course. So. Looks like there's an A330-200 taking off. Speaking of this aircraft, I need to freaking do some more of these. I need to do some more routes with those. And of course, I totally forgot about it. Because I've been so carried away with like different aircrafts for, you know, for my schedule and everything, and I totally forgot about the A330-200 and the A330-800. I need to get back to those. But there's just so many routes, I don't know what to actually choose. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to this week. And like I said, I'm gonna have a lot of patience, and it's gonna be a lot of work, but I'm definitely for sure gonna enjoy it. And remember, guys, like I said, and I'll say this again, the day my 100th stream flight of the year hits, it'll happen on the exact same day I started doing YouTube 9 years ago, which is just crazy. So it's gonna be a pretty big day on Saturday, since not only I'll be doing my 100th stream flight, which will be from New York to London. I'll be streaming day 1 of the Infinite Flight 48. So it's gonna be another day where I do 2 streams. So yeah, it's gonna be a crazy week. Crazy week. Oh my gosh. When will you do military flights? That's actually a good question. I never actually thought about doing military flights until you asked that. I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. I'm gonna let this Ryanair go past me. But never mind, I guess he's letting me go. Alright, so let's hold short of 3-6 left. Or actually, you know what? Let's actually line up and wait. I know I'm saying that I'm actually taking off, but we'll just line up and wait. Alright, so we'll wait a minute so we can, so I can give myself and Obsidian Claw some space. So since you asked about military flights, Rico, like I said, I'm still not sure. Cause I don't know what to actually do in terms of military flights. I mean, I could fly the C-17, but that thing was so outdated. Oh my gosh. Maybe I could do one of those races on the missions or whatever. I remember doing it once and it was kind of nice, so I think I might do that. Alright, I think we're good. Alright, land lights are on. Let's calibrate, just in case if I forgot. Here we go. And rotate. Positive rate, you're up. Do Air Force One with escort? That'll be sick. I mean, I recently saw that the original Air Force One was retired. Not but I mean, I guess I could do an Air Force One flight. I did remember seeing Air Force One go to LAX and everything. I don't know. I mean, the 747-200 is kind of outdated in my opinion, so I'll think about it. It would be kind of nice though, because I think it would be kind of nice to see two F-18s on each side of me. I do remember seeing images of those. Those are kind of nice. Paul's Epic Adventure, good to see you. Hoping Infinite Flight updates the Air Force One. I don't think it will, to be honest. Ramon, good to see you, dude. Oh, frick, I totally forgot to tune out. There we go. Alright, lane lights are off. I think I might have to turn a little bit tighter here. Don't want to turn too hard though. Alright, there's 295, which will put us at 0.79. Just wanted to make sure I don't miss any of these waypoints so I don't have to like circle around or everything. Alright, I guess we can increase our vertical speed. Because like I said, we're pretty light anyway, so... Me and my friends are trying to make a realistic flight simulator for mobile. What kind of flight sim are you making? I didn't know that you guys were. It's like the same as Infinite Flight? Oh, that's cool. The winds are only 8 knots at Lisbon, which is good, so... And also, since we're actually flying Ryanair today, you know what to expect for the landing, you know? Good Ryanair, of course. And you know how Ryanair is like. So despite the winds only being 8 knots, I don't want to do it on purpose, but... Alright, let's lower the nose a little bit. Um, Infinite Rick, I already said I to you. I don't think you were. I don't think you were watching. And also, since you're here, since I mentioned this already, but I don't know if you were watching still. But since I was originally planning on streaming the event for South African Virtual, and you're doing it or whatever it is, um, since I was originally planning on doing it for South African Virtual, and I was gonna do um, a South African long haul afterwards. I'm actually gonna let you. I'm actually gonna let you stream the event instead of me. So, just wanted to let you know on that. I would have liked you to do one too. I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure. I mean, I know you're doing it as well, but um, you know what? Actually, since you said that, I think I might just do it because I got my South African long haul route at 11 a.m. So um, I think I mentioned this on my earlier streams that if I were to stream the event, I think I have to start at like 8 a.m. and since it's of course from Cape Town to Johannesburg, that flight's around like an hour and 45. Um, so if I stream at 8 a.m., that'll put me done by like 10-ish. Give me a bit of a break before the long haul flight, and yeah, I'll think about it actually. I mean, I know you're streaming it as well, but I think you're actually doing a different route, so um, I don't know. Hopefully, I'll still be able to wake up on time though. I think I might probably just set up the stream once I get the chance. And plus, you're on the CRJ 200, so um, hold on. What was it? I know it was from Johannesburg, but what was it? From Johannesburg to Gaborone. I can't pronounce that right. Try flying to Jeddah? Yeah. I mean, I did Jeddah to Dubai for a Dubai virtual event a couple months ago, so I know there's a good amount of long hauls from Jeddah. But I just need to find like a good one, like a real good one. Doing Johannesburg to Gaborone / return. Yeah, I saw. I just looked up and see what route you were doing, so um, I think I might actually do it since the actual route for the event is Cape Town to Johannesburg. So um, I'm good. These lines at Vancouver is crazy. Yeah, I saw that that Vancouver was the featured airport for today. I kind of want to do it. Kind of wanted to do a Max Monday flight to or from Vancouver, but I just wanted to educate some requests and just want to get some of these fan requests out of the way. And like I said, This is the first out of 4 fan requests I'll be doing, and 2 of these are from Educate. So um, it's a good time to get some of these requests out of the way and get myself caught up. Even though I still have a good amount, I think it's from Kai, I think. So, um, but still, it's a good opportunity to get a good majority of these requests out of the way. All right, do we pass? Okay. All right, now we can set VNF since we're now at our cruise, and since I'll be here for the whole flight, of course, if you guys have anything to message me, feel free. Um, just about 173 nautical miles, so it's not going to be that long. So yeah, hopefully at some point, Educate, I'll do a flight to or from Jeddah. Kind of want to look into some long Jeddah routes that I can find. Kyle A, good to see you. I wonder how long London to Jeddah is. It's only 5 hours. Alright. Jakarta to Jeddah is a good one. It's like 8 hours or so. Just letting you know the new Air Force One is on flight radar right now. Oh wow. Let me actually where's the I think this is it. AF83F3. This might be it. Registration 25-3300. Tracked by over 6,300 on flight radar, which is nice. And also, guys, I literally just saw, literally looking at the template on the left side of the screen, I literally have the wrong template. All right, you know what? Hold on a second. I thought I had the right one. That's literally the opposite plate. There we go. That's a lot better. I thought I had the right template for a second until I looked back on the stream and I saw it. Alright, so we're now less than 100 nautical miles out till descent to Lisbon. Um, so once again, guys, if you guys enjoy this short Max Monday stream, please make sure to leave it a like, as usual. And don't forget, not too long after this stream is done, I'll be live again, streaming a United 757 flight from Washington Dulles to Dublin, so I hope you guys will join me on that. And yeah. So let's go for the usual like goal for today's stream, despite it being so short. So I think our like goal for today will be between 10 or 15 likes. So let me just put this in the chat. There you go. So between 10 and 15 likes for today's stream, despite it being short. How many likes are we at now? 9 likes, which is good. Appreciate you guys for liking the stream and everything else. And like I said, I hope you guys will stay tuned, because if you guys haven't followed my live stream thread in the IFC, and if you guys haven't seen my schedule, it's going to be a stuffed week. So, and actually, since we're at cruise, I wonder how many flights I have planned for this week. And I actually want to, since Infinite Flight recently posted the location of the Infinite Flight 48 event, let me actually see how many group flights the staff set up for the event. IF48. So edition 9 is Southern Connection, so it'll be in India. From Male, Chennai, Bengaluru, and Mumbai. So if you know Mumbai, it's an airport that does tend to get busy. So JP, good to see you. Will you be going back to Madrid? Yep. Nearly said Mumbai, but I said Madrid. So yes, I will be going back to Madrid. Let's see the routes. How many routes did they set up? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 flights. So if we include those, so that'll be 6, 7, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14. So I'll be streaming 16 flights this week. 16, including the Infinite Flight 48. So, like I said, it's gonna be crazy this week. 16 flights this week, and this is the first out of 16. Man, I can't wait. It's gonna be a packed week. And like I said, I hope you guys will tune in and will fly with me on some of these routes. If you guys don't have the chance to fly with me on all of them, it's fine. Just yeah, I'm excited for this week. And if you guys are planning on joining me for the flight back to Madrid, you are more than welcome to. Just about 30 nautical miles to go until descent. Alright, so in just a few minutes we'll be starting descent into Lisbon. The winds are 9 knots, so we'll see how this landing will be. Alright, here we go. We are now descending into Lisbon. Here we go. Alamati, good to see you. I will join the second part of the trip. Nice, dude. And I wonder, I'm gonna check the rear-world flights, see where it parked at. Looks like it's one of those remote stands. Let's see where that is. Alright, so once I land in Lisbon, I'll be parking at... What is that? Is that, which gate is that? I'll be going to gate 202 at the Terminal 2. Even though it kind of looks like a remote stand, but I guess it counts as a gate or whatever. So we'll go there. You know, I actually kind of, because of the way my flight plan looks, it looks kind of weird. So I think I might probably have to do this, I might have to do this manually. What's the elevation? Alright, 374, so... Let's actually descend to... Let's set this to 5,800. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to manually do the headings. And I'm going to manually descend. I'm still going to keep an eye on my vertical speed though, but... and as well as my airspeed though. Kind of wish I had to switch my flight plan at the gate, but it's alright. activate the, alright, there we go, activate. And dodge another plane? Oh my goodness. Alright, there we go. Announce inbound landing, runway 3. And I do remember seeing the railroad flight on flight radar. It didn't have an arrival like this. Let me set the ILS. Alright, it's already set. I'm actually going to descend to 250. I'll reduce my vertical speed so I can slow down. I think I might probably have to do like a 180 so I can get myself a little bit lower. I'm still gonna stay behind Obsidian here. Alright, landlights can come on since we're below 10,000. Alright, let's start turning. Let's do a 180. I actually want to slow down again so I can want to give myself a little bit of space between me and Obsidian. And there goes Obsidian, what the heck? Oh wait, never mind, there he is. I don't know what the heck happened there. I actually want to turn just a little bit more because I want to extend my final just a little bit. Alright, we're just about to level off at what was the elevation? Was it 800? Oh no, it was. Let's ascend to 5,300, or let's do 400. Since that'll put me at 5,000 feet AGL. I think I might have to send just a little bit more because the glide slope is about to come into range. Alright, let's set a PPR, and we're about to get the localizer. There we go. And now we'll get the localizer. I knew I had to send just a little bit lower because I was about to pass the glide slope. Yeah, I was gonna be too high, so I had to descend a little bit lower. Alright, so it looks like me and Obsidian are about 2,000 feet apart from each other, so I think we're pretty much good when it comes to having to go around. Alright, report position, final, runway 3. So once again, guys, since I'm just about to land into Lisbon, if you guys want to join me on the return flight back to Madrid, feel free. Because once I get to my gate, I'm gonna disconnect real quick, go back to SimBrief, refile the flight plan, and then head back in, starting at the exact same spot I parked at. And once again, once I get there, I'll be going to... I'm actually going to wait for the taxiways to pop up, because it typically shows up. There we go. So I'll be parking at this spot right here. So if you guys want to join me, you can spawn in at like these spots like right here. But just be mindful, I'll be at gate 202 at Terminal 2. Or if you can't find a parking spot that's close to me in Terminal 2, you can just find a different spot that's kind of close to me, I guess. Alright, let's start slowing down to our final approach speed. First time Ryanair butter. My goodness. I mean, you know how Ryanair is like in real life. Like I remember seeing those memes online. Like if someone butters a Ryanair landing, they immediately get fired or whatever. But we'll see if my landing's gonna be butter or it's gonna be hard. Like a typical Ryanair landing.
1,000.
Alright, looks like Obsidian's clear, so we're good. I felt like that landing was pretty firm, to be honest. Alright, let's exit off here. Alright, let's send clear of our runways. And let's turn off shrub and lane lights. Alright, let's see if I'm gonna slow down a little bit. Where's oh, there he is. I think this is Choma. Alright, let's make this kind of quick. I think I might have to stop so I can go to the spotter view so I can watch his landing. Alright, so I think once I turn left on this taxiway, I think I might have to stop real quick so I can watch his landing. Alright, let's stop here and let's go over to the... Bro, what is with these buildings like blocking the way? Like seriously, what the heck? You have got to be serious. Bro, this is just ridiculous. Well, that was a waste of time. I can't believe that's the spotter view in Lisbon. Alright, alright. Looks like the stand guidance is here, which is good. All right. There we go. And with that, welcome to Lisbon. And that is it for the first of 2 flights for this stream. Flight time from Madrid is 55 minutes, which is the typical flight time for this route. And yeah, that was another good flight. So now that that's done, let's disconnect and let's refile our flight plan and we'll do flight back to Madrid. I actually want to let's go over to Lisbon, and we're going to go to the exact same spot. And let's change our call sign, which is, let's see. So the flight number back is Ryanair 7 Uniform Yankee. So we'll do that. And let's also and we'll file the flight back, and we'll do it. Select 737 Max. And I kind of want to see which runway the Rowold flight landed at real quick, even though we departed off the 36s at Madrid. Just give me a second here. So our arriving runway once we land in Madrid will be runway 32 left. Runway 32 left. All right, let's. Nope, I don't want that. Let me just switch this real quick. And let's generate flight. All right. Now that that's done, let's head over to our gate, and we'll get underway for the return flight back. And I also want to wonder what our altitude is going to be. If I remember correctly, I think it was a little bit higher than the flight to Lisbon. I may be wrong. So our cruising altitude for this flight will be 34,000 feet. Top of climbs, altitude 34,000 feet. Let's make a slight adjustment to our instrument approach since we're going to 3-2 left. Alright, there we go. And I think, if I remember correctly, I think the flight time for the flight back is relatively the same as the first one. Yeah, it's the same. So I think we'll keep the same amount of fuel and pretty much the same weight, I guess. All right, I think we're pretty much all set. So if you guys want to join me, feel free. You can spawn in at some of these gates right here, or probably just one of these remote stands. It doesn't really matter. And you can also copy my flight plan if you guys want. Let's start up our APU and let's disconnect everything. Alright, looks like it's already disconnected. So it looks like we've got, if I remember correctly, I think that is, I think it's all, I can't pronounce your name right, I apologize. But I do see your message in the chat. Alright, let's start our pushback. Oh, there's no auto pushback? Alright. I guess we'll do a manual push. Let's also set our altitude to 34. Eli, good to see you, dude. And I'm actually glad you're here because I don't know if you saw, but since you requested me to do LAX to Miami, I chose to make that into a round trip stream, and if I remember correctly, I think I am planning to do that on Thursday. I think so. So your request is officially set for Thursday. All right, let's push this a little bit further so we can keep our distance. All right, let's stop here. So on Thursday, I'll be doing Miami to LAX and the flight back to Miami. All right, start up engine 2. And it looks like the taxi to runway 3 is going to be relatively short, which is good. All right, let's go flaps 5. All right, let's shut off our APU. And I think we're pretty much good. So let's taxi to runway 3. I think he's probably just gonna be behind me. Probably let me depart first, which is fine. Are you still doing it in the 737 Max? I know you said in the 737 Max, but I looked on Flight Radar to see if there were any 737 Max 8 flights, but good thing though. This flight actually is operated by one of the flights that's actually operated by the regular A321, not the Neo, the CO, and of course Infinite Flight does have it in the sim, which is good. So I actually made the decision to um, on the 21 instead of the Max 8. I hope you're still okay with that, though. So your request will be operated on the A321 CO. Alright, where's that Air Portugal? Did he land? I think he did already. Alright. Takeoff, runway 3, departing east. And strobe lights are on. Alright, we're gonna do a turn and burn here. Here we go. And rotate. Positive right, you're up. Can you guide me through how to change in-game name when you're done with departures? When you talk about in-game name, Like, do you mean like this, like your profile name, or your call sign when you're about to do like a certain flight? I mean, you saw me on how I changed my call sign, but do you mean like your profile name or your call sign? Because I don't know what you actually mean when you're talking about quote unquote in-game name. The profile name? Okay. I uh I think I probably mentioned this earlier. I don't know if you were, but I think I still have the messages from when I did it. Where is it? Oh, it's here. All right. Hold on a second. Let me lights off. Just want to get to my cruise speed real quick. All right, that's 295 knots, and that'll put me at 0.79. All right. Um. So here's what I want you to do, and hopefully you have your account links to the Infinite Flight community. Um, if you're looking to go to the Infinite Flight community, it is link. It is community.infiniteflight.com. And I recommend messaging one of the moderators or ATC supervisors. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I mean, it's a moderator anyway, so um, what I recommend you do is that you can just find like a certain kind of moderator. You'll see the badge and the word moderator by their name, and just message them that you want to switch your profile name to a different name, and they'll actually do it for you. But I think I said this already, and I'll say this again. You gotta think hard, because they'll only switch your profile name once every 2 years. So you gotta think hard on which name you want the best, because if you mess up, as soon as they change it, you have to wait another 2 years in order to change it again. So I recommend just think wisely before you message them, and before they change it. So I recommend just message like one of the mods. I recommend one of the moderators is Rick G. He switched my profile name, so you can message him. You can message Trey. He's another moderator. I mean, it doesn't really matter which moderator you can message. I mean, they'll do it for you, I think. So, yeah. Just make sure you have access to the Infinite Flight community, and message one of the moderators and tell them that you want to switch your profile name. I mean, Rick G even messaged me, and he even gave me the heads up. However, please be aware that your username can only be changed once every 2 years, and he even messaged, "Can you please confirm that you want us to change your username?" And he even put this little note here, and it says, "Note: we cannot accommodate spaces or special characters. We also advise you to not include VA/VO, which stands for Virtual Airline/Virtual Organization, in your username. Your virtual airline/virtual organization can be linked using your Infinite Flight community profile settings to your virtual organization." And yeah, he just put that little note there. So I'm assuming he'll probably send that to you. So yeah. So they'll change it for you once you agree. So just tell them what name you want your profile to be, and they'll do it for you. And once again, think good, think hard, and think of a good name that you want. That'll suit you well. Let's slow down to 0.79. I feel like this cruise is probably going to be short as well. So since we're on our way back to Madrid, if you guys have anything to message in the chat, feel free, as I'll be here as usual. Alright, we have just leveled off at 34,000 feet. Alright, we're just about to pass the top of climb. Alright, now we can set VNAV, and we'll be cruising for just over 100 nautical miles, so it's a little bit shorter than the first flight. Alright, it's about 50 nautical miles or so till descent back into Madrid. So once again, guys, if you have enjoyed this short Max Monday episode, please make sure to leave it a like and don't forget to stay tuned. Don't forget to stay tuned later on. Because like I said, this isn't going to be the only stream I'll be doing today, because in about an hour and a half or so, I was originally scheduled to do the second stream at like 3 p.m. Eastern, but I rescheduled it to 3:45 because I kind of want to have a little bit of a break, because it looks like I might probably finish the stream relatively close to 3 o'clock, so kind of want to have a bit of a lunch break before I go live. Because the second stream will be, of course, a United 757 episode. It'll be from Washington Dulles to Dublin, and then of course that'll be followed, since Dublin will be the featured airport for tomorrow, as that'll be followed by the return flight back to Dulles. So I hope you guys will stay tuned later on, and will join me on the 757 flight to Dulles. That one cool guy, good to see you. And also, I don't know if you saw, dude, since you're here, is it Wednesday? Am I doing it Wednesday? I think it might be Wednesday. Since you actually requested me to do Seattle to Columbus, of course, since it'll be round trip, your request is set for Wednesday, the 24th, so, and what time will it be? It'll be 12:30 Eastern. So on Wednesday, I'll be doing a round trip from Seattle to Columbus and back on the Alaska Salmon People livery. Thank you, appreciate it, dude. I mean, like I said, it's gonna be a friggin' stacked week this week. I mean, this pair of flights is only 2 out of 16 total flights I'll be streaming this week, since we got the Infinite Flight 48 event this weekend, and that'll be 6 flights. But still, 16 total flights this week, including this weekend. It's gonna be busy, but I'm definitely looking forward to it. Or actually, it actually might be 17, since I'm thinking about streaming the South African virtual event on Friday. New Infinite Flight A350 1000 livery too. I mean, I saw the Etihad livery, but I did not know there was an actual infinite flight livery. All right, here we go. We're now descending back to Madrid. New Air Force One is on flight. Yeah, I saw it earlier. One of my other viewers mentioned it. It's been a hot day for us. Tomorrow it's even hotter. My goodness. I bet it is. Oh, I thought it was hot. I thought you meant like the temperature. That was my bad. We're celebrating Holi in my school and having a water fight. That's fun. It's that time of the year where everyone starts going outside and, you know, playing with water and everything. I hope you have a fun time, dude. slow down to 280 and we'll maintain that to 10,000. And once we land in Madrid, I'll be going back to the exact same parking spot I started at the beginning of the stream. if I can. No, not yet. Should American Airlines buy the A350? I'm not sure, dude. I am not sure. Alright, layouts are on. Alright, announce inbound landing. Is it 3? Yeah, 3-2 left. Alright, 3-2 left. Left traffic. Let me also check if I'm assuming I'm probably into the ILS. 3-2 left. What's the elevation? Alright, let's actually level off at 5,000. frick, I did not mean to do that. I don't know why it automatically turns me to a certain heading. We should get... Alright, there we go. We got the localizer. Alright, report position, final, runway 32 left.
$2,500.
Alright, let's slow down. Let's do around like 135. Since we're pretty much the same weight as the first flight. What's the winds in Madrid? 10 knots, alright. $150 to $145, alright. I mean, it might be because of the winds. Just by my weight. What route in Saturday and Sunday? I'm just gonna do the the routes that the staff members scheduled in the Infinite Flight 48. You'll see them. I'll schedule the stream eventually.
$500. $300. $200. $100. 50. 30. 20. 20. 10.
Massive float? Oh yeah. I don't know what happened there. I mean, I even calibrated when I took off from Lisbon. I should have had a much lower airspeed and not like 150. What gate at Madrid? Hold on. So it's definitely over here. So I'll be going to this gate right here. T18 Terminal 2. I mean, I gotta tell you, I kind of struggle on landing the Max 8 sometimes. Alright, where is... Need to be a bit slower? Yeah, I kinda was thinking the same thing. I mean, I was quite a lightweight anyway, so should have been a bit slower. I mean, I know Eli said 150 to 145, but I don't know. I mean, he sometimes is correct, but I know it's definitely depending on my weight that I had to be a bit slower, so um, I don't know. I may be wrong. Alright, where is... Alright. Alright, there we go. Now big lights off and engines off. Let's just connect everything. Alright. With that being said, welcome back to Madrid. Captain Roy, good to see you, dude. I was actually watching your stream when you flew from Toronto to Nassau, and felt like spawning in on my phone because I wanted to do a short little flight. Where's the... Oh, there he is. But yeah, welcome back to Madrid after a relatively short round trip. And I gotta tell you, I felt like this pair of flights have flown by so fast. Like, I was literally at cruise for like a short period of time, and then I'm immediately back down on the ground. I mean, these short flights do tend to freaking fly by so quickly. And I'm literally kind of surprised that I'm already done with the stream. Even though I've been live for like 2.5 hours, but I felt like it was much shorter than that. But despite that, I guess that's gonna be pretty much it for this episode of Max Monday. But like I said, I know I said this. I know I said this before, and I'll say this again. Um, this isn't gonna be the only stream for today because in about an hour's time, I'll be live again. Since I'll be doing a United 757 200 farewell tour episode from Washington Dulles to Dublin. So I hope you guys will join me on that in about an hour's time at about 3:45 p.m. Eastern. Um, it's gonna be relatively long, so like 6.5, probably close to a 7-hour stream. So I hope you guys will tune in for that, and hopefully you guys will fly with me on this route. So with that being said, that's gonna be it for this episode of Max Monday. I hope you guys have enjoyed it, even though it was short. Um, but once again, thanks to Educate for the request, and I was happy to do this for him, and I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Um, and yeah, that's gonna be pretty much it. So looks like this other Max 8 is gonna be parking. I think he's gonna be probably parking right next to me. But anyway, with that being said, that's gonna be it for this episode of Max Monday. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you guys did, please make sure to leave it a like as usual. And don't forget to stay tuned for the United 757 200 farewell tour stream, which will be coming up in an hour after this stream at 3:45 p.m. Eastern later on today. And I hope you guys will tune in and fly with me on that flight. And yeah, that's gonna be pretty much it. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in about an hour's time for Washington Dulles to Dublin on the 757. Good day.